What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today's video is going to be something different. We are going to be talking about how to get the most muscle mass out of your cooking and out of your day-to-day life without sacrificing any time or stress. This is going to be a video that's going to be for anybody who thinks that they don't have enough time in the day to meal prep, doesn't have enough time in the day to work out or exercise. This video is for you, and I'm going to give you some ways that you can actually do exercise and cook and meal prep without subsidizing any of your hard working time, because we all know time is money and money equals time. So we're going to figure out the best approaches on how to capitalize on our time every single day. So cooking doesn't have to be that difficult, even though a lot of people think that cooking is going to cause a lot of discrepancies in your day and it's going to cause a lot of pain and suffering, because not only do you have to do dishes, but you have to prep everything, and that can take a lot of time. And a lot of people don't have the time of day to actually meal prep, and it's super simple. You can do crock pots, you can do like pressure cookers, you can do soups, brews, stuff like that, but you can also do key things like cooking a ton of chicken all on one day. If that's Sunday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. You just gotta find a day to where you can actually sacrifice an hour and just like put rice in the rice cooker and put a ton of chicken on the grill. It seems like a daunting task because it's just like the last thing you want to do is when you get home from work is cook. But we're gonna do it anyways because we're about these gains and we're about growth and we're about all these sacrifices to better our bodies, because if we don't better our bodies now when we're young, when we get old and wrinkly, we're gonna wish we dedicated an hour a week to making good food.
I got my brothers and my fam standing next to me. I'll go to war for what I love until the death of me. You pussies quitting in the first is not a threat to me, because what break me is what makes me, it's my destiny. I know we heard it all before, but let me give it to you straight. When you're back against the wall, you just step up to the plate. Who to call, who gon' fall, don't be asking who to blame. Go insane, ayy, since I lit the flame, I ain't scared to burn away. Since I lit the flame, I ain't scared to burn away. Leave a trail behind, leave a fucking grail behind. Snails getting turned into the cargo that we left behind. Getting to your prime, we the dons, upper echelon. Run the field like Megatron, always keeping pressure on. I got bitches picking sides, digging ditches, ditching five. Making music in your pics, bet you photosynthesize. Work it out and make your mind, is you with it?
Alright guys, so we're gonna get right into the tips on how to capitalize on your time every single day. It's actually not that difficult, and it's something that is actually very manageable to do for even people who are working 24/7. I can still find time for you to get something done. Meal planning, meal cooking, meal ordering, workouts that are bands at your desk, in the airplane seat. I can give you all of the info you need to make sure that you are keeping track and staying on top of your health every single day for at least 30 minutes. Let's get into it. First tip, inbound. Hope you guys are enjoying the content so far, because if so, drop a like, drop a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. It is 6:30 in the morning. One of the biggest problems is people don't seem to care. You get lazy and you get put into this kind of world where you don't really want to work out, you don't really feel like you need to, so you say you just don't have time, which is the complete opposite way that you should be looking at this. Speaking of time, a lot of people say they don't have time to eat, which I feel like is one of those myths
that need to be busted. I say that because if you saw the beginning of this walk, I had a protein bar, one of those Lara bars. Pretty good. I'm gonna say that I've had better, but this was a peppermint, mint peppermint, kind of tasted like a Girl Scout, but not overpowering. It was pretty good. And you think you don't have the energy to get up in the morning? Okay. That's why they invented energy drinks. You can't find the motivation to get up. I understand that. You don't have the energy to get up. That's complete BS. Grab an energy drink, wake your ass up, and get your ass outside and go for a mile walk. Sorry about that. That was aggressive. I apologize. I didn't mean it. I'm just passionate, you know? I'm just passionate about exercise and getting people healthy. The first thing we're going to talk about is finding time to exercise. This is probably the most important thing for your health and well-being, just because getting the cardiovascular system working, getting your muscles activated, that is the most important thing when you're talking and learning about a healthy body and a healthy mindset, because finding an hour to work out not only gets you stronger, gets you better endurance, it also clears your mind. Depression, anxiety, stress, you name it, a walk is all you got to do. 1 hour a day. All right, so hear me out on this. So if you tell me that you don't have enough time in the day to work out or exercise because you're too busy, let me break this down for you. The average person goes to work at 9 a.m., gets to work at 9 a.m., which means you have to leave your house, let's just say a max hour of travel time to get to your office. You have to leave by 8 a.m. That means that if you wake up at 6:45, get to the gym by 7, you can have a full hour workout, leave by 8, get home by 8:15, shower, and still leave by 8 a.m. All right, so now you think I don't want to drive that early in the morning. No problem, that's fine. Same exact thing. Wake up at 6:30 in the morning, go for a walk, be home by 7:30, shower. You still have time to get up in the morning, go for a walk, get home, shower, do all your things, and still leave by 8 a.m. So when you say you don't have time, I don't believe it. Because you can wake up early in the morning and still make it to the gym or go for your walk and be home before you have to leave for work. If you can't do that, you can do it after work. You get home at 5 p.m., you get home at 6 p.m., you get home at 7 p.m. Maybe a little bit too late to go for a walk if you're not in the greatest of areas, or you don't feel comfortable, or even if you're in a great area, you just don't want to be walking at night. That's totally fine. You can still make it to the gym. And if you can't make it to the gym, go to Target or Walmart and buy a set of 5, 10, and 15-pound dumbbells and or kettlebells. Get a pack of bands from Amazon for $5, and you can do a home workout. And if you guys want a home workout, I'm gonna have one in the description below that you can do for free if all you have is kettlebells or all you have are dumbbells and bands. This is gonna be free. You can download it and use it for free. So there's your excuse. If you don't have time in the morning, you can get home from work and do your hour of body weight and dumbbell exercises in your bedroom or living room. I know you have the room. You're gonna thank yourself later on in life when your body is able to function and move regularly, and you're not gonna have to worry about health because you're being good about it. Now, it's also gonna clear your mental space. Going for a walk clears my head, clears my mind. Nothing matters when I'm on the walk because I'm focused on just myself, my health, and my well-being. Exercising at the gym can do the exact same thing. When you're exercising at the gym, it also releases dopamine, and that is your happiness. And when you are lifting and you hit a PR, this is the best feeling in the world for that moment. You're like, I can now see myself getting stronger, and that is what's making me feel motivated and to continue going and working on my body. So you don't have time, I find that BS because I know you have time. The next big topic, food and nutrition. Now this is a topic that is a little sensitive because a lot of moving pieces that when you put them together, it's really the easiest thing to understand and and work with. It's not as difficult as it seems, and that's the biggest thing. People think nutrition and dieting and meal planning and cooking and all these things have to be such a big ordeal. And yes, it may take an hour if you do it yourself, but you're gonna thank yourself during the week, because you're gonna say, I don't have time to cook during the week. Well, you've just meal prepped, so you don't need to. So meal timing is a whole different subject. This is a topic that we can get into later on in the vlogs, another video, because there's a lot that goes into it scientifically and bro-y. When it comes to meal prepping, yes, it can be time consuming. You're gonna be putting an hour into your day on any day. It could be Monday through Sunday. Typically on Sundays is when I typically meal prep, because that's when I have the most free time. I don't have that much time, but I have enough time to where I can dedicate an hour and a half to just cooking all my food. And the reason it takes about an hour and a half, because you have to prep some of it. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go to the grocery store and you're gonna go buy a bunch of chicken, a bunch of ground meat, a bunch of fish if you want it, and you're gonna go buy a bag of rice. This bag of 25 pounds of rice costs like 30 bucks, and it will last you over a month if you use it sparingly. You can also go get potatoes. Potatoes are like cheapest thing you can find in the world. Like, it's like 30 cents a potato. Typically where you go, a white potato is the cheapest. You can get sweet potato as well if you want it, but you don't have to go that big. And you're gonna construct these meals into something good, because a lot of the time people give up on their meals and their nutrition goals because they get sick and tired of eating the same thing. Now, you don't have to eat the same thing every single day. You can change it up. You can go get, and you can make healthy taco bowls. You can make spicy tuna bowls. You can make salmon bowls. You can make homemade pizzas. You can do all kinds of different foods, healthy, and it's with ingredients that you know and you trust, because you're doing it all. You don't need a lot of salt in it. You don't want a heavy salt diet. That's fine. You don't have to put salt in your food. It's super simple to do all of that. But that's what I mean by the prep. You're gonna be prepping all the meats and prepping the vegetables, and that can take about 30 minutes. But then the cooking, all you gotta do is throw it in the air fryer. Or you can throw everything into a crock pot, a pressure cooker, and you can do it that way where you don't have to worry about it anymore. You can put all your food and seasonings in a pot, come back 4 hours later, and just section off all your meals, your rice and stuff, and just plan it out. And then in the morning, grab a meal out of the fridge, and boom, that's your lunch. So you don't have to really stress about your meals throughout the week, because you already have everything sectioned out and weighed, if you want to weigh your food. But you have everything already laid out for you for the entire week. So all you got to do in the morning is grab a meal and go. And your breakfast, super simple. Have a protein shake. You're vegan, they have vegan options. You're lactose intolerant, they have dairy-free options. You don't have to use milk. You can use water or almond milk or oat milk. It may not be the best. There are a bunch of protein bars out there that you can get. You can find a way to consume some food in the morning and keep it consistent. Every morning, have a protein bar. Every morning, have a shake. So when you say you don't have time to consume food, you do. What we've covered so far is the average time to walk 1 mile is about 15 to 17 minutes. That is how long it will take you to walk a mile at a somewhat good pace. Even if you're going at a really, really slow pace, it still takes about 20 minutes max to walk a mile. And I think 4 of these is a mile, because I'm pretty sure this is the exact size of a track. So nutrition is important, because when you can meal plan and you can have all your meals pre-made so you can just grab and go, that prevents you from having to stop at a gas station for some snacks, Hostess, whatever, Pop-Tarts. It prevents you from going to fast food, McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's to get a meal totally unhealthy. It also allows you to understand consistency, because you know, and this is like kind of teaching you consistency and dedication, because you have to stay true to the foods you've cooked or they go bad and you waste a bunch of food. So this makes you stay on track, because you don't want to waste food. Wasting food is wasting money, and who wants to waste money? So the cool thing about this is I'm gonna snap my fingers, and when I snap my fingers, we're gonna be back at the car, and I'm gonna tell you something that could be pivotal and life-changing in your journey.
And the final thing that we're gonna talk about today is prefixed meals, meaning a meal plan service. Now, these are super affordable, super reliable, and they can get delivered on a specific day or time that you desire. And that's why they're so beneficial, because if you truly don't have the time to prep meals yourself and cook yourself, this is an opportunity for you to capitalize on, because this is a for sure way that you're going to eat healthy meals and stay on track, because one, it costs money, and two, you don't want it to go bad. So these meals are really, really good because you can freeze them, you can make them last longer. My eyes are burning because the sun is right in them, but you can have these meals specifically on lunches, breakfasts, dinners. You can order all categories. You can even order snacks. And this can be something that can be super beneficial for you, because it'll keep you on track, like I just said, and it'll make sure that you are staying consistent with your macros and your micros. There's a couple that I recommend. There's Factor meals, there's Nutra meals. Those two I would say are the cheapest and also the best tasting. I did Factor meals. Those are the prefix meals. You can get like home cook and stuff like that, where you have to actually prep it yourself, but this is going against what we're actually talking about, which is the prefix meals. You can go and order like 7 meals a week, have it delivered on Sunday afternoon, and put them in the fridge or in the freezer and just grab them as you go throughout the week. It's about $7 to $8 per meal, unless you get the ones that are like filet or steak, stuff like that that can cost a little bit more, but you're also paying for really, really good, clean ingredients. The entire macro and caloric breakdown, so you can track it yourself and put it right into your dieting app. So these are some ways that you can actually capitalize on time if you say you don't have time. These are ways that you can work out and exercise and diet and cook and be on top of your nutrition every single day, even if you have a very limited schedule. I hope you guys have enjoyed the content. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. My name is Noah, and I thank you for stopping by. If you click right here, you will see my subscribe button. Hit that and subscribe for more content. And if you see this one over here, this is my latest video. Check that out and be sure to stay up to date on all my content. And until next time, I'll see you soon. Peace out. Bye.